Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. The Rockets stormed through round 2, going on a rampage, sweeping in 4 straight victories. With plenty of rest, and now looking for a conference title, they face a new adversary as they go up against the Timberwolves. The Western Conference Finals, right here, right now.
2 Western teams have run the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's the great in at the point. You look at the Rockets, fresh and rested after sweeping their last series in the conference semifinals. Greg, can they continue with that momentum?
Well, Kevin, every series is different, and the time off could affect their rhythm or create rust. But the expectation is that they'll pretty swiftly pick up where they left off.
And here's the fast break. Randle leading it all the way. That's to McDaniels. Back to Randle. And the wide open shot from Reed. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Reed's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Minnesota. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's the great Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Here's the great, covered by Conley. The great misses.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside Conley. Here's McDaniels, and again it's Minnesota converting.
I'll tell you, totally fluid mechanics by Jaden McDaniels. Ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, folks.
Oh! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. And here is McDaniel. Here's Conley. It's deflected. Here's the great. Covered by Conley. Stolen by Michael Conley. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits it from three-point range. Edwards got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Rockets making a change here. Eason's checked in. These players can flat out shoot the rock. The 2K leaderboard shows us the top 3-point shooters in the playoffs. Alperen Şengün is number 1. And of course, Jalen Green.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their 3-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside Edwards. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Back to Conley. It's blocked. Pass to the great. Outside Green. Here's the great. Şengün with the ball. Hits the three-point bomb.
A work in progress for the big man. When Şengün is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
Now here's Reed. Şengün covering. Randle against Thompson. Pocket 6. Randall kicks to Edwards. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Edwards got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, that is a stone-cold three by the Ant-Man.
The Great passes to Green. Houston moving the ball around. Here's the Great for by Conley. Thompson for the triple. Randall grabs the board. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Edwards. 1:31 left in the first. Offline with his three.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Here's the Great. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. And Şengün throws it down.
Not giving up on the play. Şengün locked in.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Houston making some changes. Jabari Smith comes. So for the Rockets. Brooks checked in for Jabari Smith. Cam Whitmore comes in for Jalen Green. And the Great subbed in for Fred VanVleet. The Great out there with Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And that one's good, Whitmore.
Boy, he's putting pressure on the defense. That's 2 from downtown this period.
Oh, here's Edwards. 16 points for him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Edwards got 7 points here in this quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's the Great. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Randall kicks to Reed. Back to Randall. Lets it go with a 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3. So can I.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Here's Conley, and he overshot that one, missing. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's the Great. He has 7, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Pass to Conley. Outside Edwards. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets trail. For the 3. And the basket by the Great. The Great's got 10 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Conley to pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Conley's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Rockets have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Pass to Whitmore. Here's the Great for by Conley. The Great passes to Şengün. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. It's Edwards on the wing. 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Dylan Brooks. This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw, no good. The Rockets making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. 7 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's the Great. Uses both hands to slam it down. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Houston on top, up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined.
Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. The conference finals. Big fella, do you expect these teams to pull out all the stops?
That would be correct, Armando Arnie. That's right. No minute restrictions. Let the stars.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the...
And we're ready to get back into the action here in game one. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
Houston in the lead. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Handle out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the wide open shot from Green. Drops in the tray. Green's got his third basket of the night.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Count it, good.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
The great misses.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Now McDaniels. Conley kicks to McDaniels. And Thompson sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Well, you look at the great, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Anthony Edwards. Nearby, just a couple down.
And whether it's been attacking off the bounce or pulling up, both these guys have been lighting it up.
Randall, the Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And the call will go against the great. That's his first foul. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Conley finds McDaniel. Out to Edwards. Conley left side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Mike has specialized over the years in being able to get defenders committed. Nicely done.
And Conley drops them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's the great over by Conley. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
It's the Timberwolves now. 4-point game. Outside Edwards. McDaniels passes to Randall. Nice move.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Timberwolves have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And he knocks down the first one.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Edwards gets to Conley, drains it from beyond the arc. Conley's got 9 points.
Well, Mike Conley has proven a consistent three-point shooter in his career. Get a hand up, folks.
Spins. Oh!
My goodness.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's Edwards from the arc. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, the work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Here's the great, covered by Conley. From deep, Green gets it to go from beyond the arc. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker's checked in. Read the pass to Alexander Walker. Pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Oh, what a physical score from Edwards.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
They kick it out to Green. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been nailed.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Timberwolves trail. Randall outside. Back to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Launches a three, and it's Green, missing. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Randall outside. Timberwolves passing it around. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists now tonight. Tries the spin move. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Şengün passes to the great. Şengün with a screen on Butler. Back to Şengün. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Şengün's got 7 points in the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Timberwolves lead by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We're back at the Western Conference Finals. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. So it's Minnesota now. 3 points. Alexander Walker with the ball. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. Edwards with confidence.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's the Great, covered by Conley. They get the rebound. The Great passes to Thompson. Tries it again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Şengün's checked in for Tari Eason. Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for Williams. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And the basket by the Great.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Green against Edwards. And it's blocked. Here's the Great for by Conley.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Handle outside. No good from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by it.
Edwards passes to Conley. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is postseason play at its finest, refusing to give up shots here in the playoffs.
Six on the shot clock. The 17-footer. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 29.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
The Great. Oh!
Yes. Goodness. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Outside Edwards. McDaniels, this is to Randle. Pass to Conley. Now Edwards. Downtown, it's rebounded by Houston. The Great's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. 2 points, that one goes. And now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He likes the effort, he likes the play. He said, look, we're rolling now, guys. Let's get that momentum and keep it. Let's make the most of it to win this series. See if they can get it done.
Thanks so much, David. Brooks kicks to Green. Here's the Great. No good with the triple. Minnesota's won 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And it's Houston's ball, trailing by 4. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
Shoots it. Money!
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And he commits the intentional foul. Here is Edwards, and now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point push, and what poise.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's the great. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. "17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Conley. There's the 3. Misses the 3. And we got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's the great. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Şengün out there with Amen Thompson. And it's the great in at the what? And that drops, so they now lead by 1. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
The great passes to Şengün. 6 to shoot. Here's the great. And the 3 ball is good. The great's got 41.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Edwards. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that man, Şengün, timing the block.
Here he goes. That one good for 2. 43 points for the great.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
And again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Here's the great. Thompson is screen on Conley. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. A steal. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Randall. Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Free throw good, Edwards.
And they needed that free throw to fall, and he knew a huge shot to make it a one-possession game.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Conley. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
They trust Mike Conley, and yet again, this guy delivers.
Here's the great. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Thompson is screen on Conley. Here's the great. It counts.
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Outside Edwards. Releases. Offline.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Minnesota calls timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this game is over. It's out of reach, guys. They didn't even need that timeout. I guess they're not ready to quit just yet, but there's no way they can score 4 points in less than a half second.
So it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical, and you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Great.